Good afternoon. New camera. What's up, guys? How's it going? It's been raining and raining and raining and raining, and I've been out in the garden today because there's no rain. It's actually starting to dry slowly. The air is still very moist, of course, but there's no rain and there's a slight breeze, so it's starting to dry just a little bit. But I got some work to do. Well, first I tidied the garden up a little bit, and I need a wheelbarrow, and I've got one, but I've used it a lot actually in the garden here. But what happens is the leaves, you leave it somewhere under a roof, the wind blows and blows leaves in it, and then the rain gets on it, and that turns to dirt, and it rots the wheelbarrow out. So actually I did have a bag of peat in it for a while, so that trapped the water in. Anyway, it rusted through, so I thought I'm going to go buy a new one so I can get on my work. But then I thought, shall I fix it? Try to fix it? Because it's I think it's like 1,500 or 1,800 baht for a new one. So it's not a lot of money, but I thought, something, I think I'm going to try to fix it because it gives me practice in welding thin metal. I haven't welded properly for many years. I made my bed, but that's good job you can't see the welds. But it's been in there for 4 years, and I've slept on it and hasn't broke, so it's strong enough. Anyway, this is a bit of fabrication. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is it's a two-wheel wheelbarrow, which I like a lot. The nut there is all rusted up, and you can see the corner there has rusted through. This one fell off completely. Look, see? Fell off completely. So I'm thinking I can make a new one of those quite easy. This one's still stuck, but make some new. Fix this first of all. So I thought I can use this 4-inch box. I can cut a piece off. I can't really weld into this, it's so thin, so I think pop rivets from the back here. Then I can make some brackets and just weld it back together. This has all come loose. This is, you can see I had some Jubilee clips, hose clamps connecting it, so I could try to weld that back. And this is even broke off, look. So I can try to weld that back. So you can weld it back in the center. Weld that bar back on and weld all that together. Clean it all up and cover it with some undercoat and give it a little coat of paint just to protect it. I got a few tools I can use to cut this all up. So what I'll do is do a little bit and come back and explain what I've done. So let's get busy. So I measured that 16.5 inches piece of 4-inch box metal and cut it in half, lengthwise. And then bent the other half, to fit it to the bottom. So now what I can do is probably drill some holes and pop rivet it in so it's smooth on the inside, and then I can make some new brackets to go on there. So I got 3 in. I think I might put like another 2 at the bottom, one on either side, and then about 5 across the bottom here, and that'll do the job. I used pop rivets, but then I remember I had some small BA screws, so I can weld it to that plate I just put on. But I'm going to put a little edge on there. That'll help protect it. You can see it looks a lot stronger now. So I got about a couple hours work to do, and then I can weld it all back together. Good morning. Part 2. Yesterday I couldn't finish all my work yesterday, so I was going to do it today. But it looks like it wants to rain again, so I thought I'm not going to sit here and wait for it to rain and get rained out. So I thought I have to go into town to go to the bank, get some bread and milk. So I thought, I'll do that instead of getting rained on. So I still got to finish that wheelbarrow quick, because then I'm going to buy one of those, what they call, it's like a bathtub that you mix cement in. So I got to make some concrete to raise a path up, because it's basically sunk. One thing, if you have a choice where to build a house, don't build it in clay. I got like a path that is sunk into the mud. It was perfectly good for 4 years, 3.5 years, 4 years. But because of all the rain, it started to sink. And clay is the most horrible thing to build in. It's not stable at all. And when it's dry, it shrinks and cracks. And then when it gets wet, it goes like cream. And everything just sinks in it. So I've got to repair that quick. Otherwise my garden's going to get ruined. I just got home, but the mailman phoned and said, "You got a package. I'll leave it on the door." I said, "On the door?" On the door. Look what he did. Tied it and hung it on the doorknob. Good service. Home again. I drive all the way to town. It rains, 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 rains. I go inside, come out, and it's still raining. I get home and the sun's out, but it's still cool right now. Sun's out, still cool, but just give it a half an hour and the humidity will be off the chart. So tomorrow I'm sure it's going to be warm, but I still don't have anything to water. Everything's soaked. Beautiful though, nature taking care. And the hedge has gone crazy and the grass is going crazy. What do you think? What do you think? Huh? What do you think? That banging noise is, yes? What? You got food over there, don't you want your food? Your dinner? Want your dinner? Huh? Or you want a fuss fit? She gets scared. They make that banging noise, and 3 big bangs. It's when they're burning people in the temple. You know, when they're being cremated. When it's time, they go bang, 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 and the dogs don't like it. Hear it? That was 4. Normally it's just 3, but the dogs don't like it. But they do it every time somebody passes and they're going to be burnt. Run around the back, go in the laundry room to get on her bed. I can hide in my bed, so I feel safe there. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to do that wheelbarrow, finish that off. Even if I have to do it, the washing's hanging up around the back, so I can't do it around the back, but I'll take the washing in a little bit. So tomorrow, if it's raining or going to look like it's going to rain, I'll work on the wheelbarrow around the back. I could just go buy a new one, but I thought, you know, it'd be a good excuse to I have the welder, and I got the welding rods. I just have to practice with the real thin metal and weld it all back up so it's stuck again. Then I can use that wheelbarrow, save the money, and get the practice in at the same time. I want to say I want to say thank you for your comments the other day when I said, what do you want to watch? And most people, I got more comments that day than I have in a long time. People said, your channel, do what you want. We just enjoy watching it. I said, thank you very much. I like that. See, doing it again. So, I think that's it, guys. I'm going to sign off and go on in the house, relax a little bit, and then get this ready to put online for you. So thanks for being here. Share, please. Look after yourselves. Good night. Buckets of blessings. Rivers. Peace, joy, and kindness. All the very best. See you.